I love band because it gives you a sense of belonging, and well, I also do it for the music.
Bug out, wordplay, 5-4. Now we all know summertime is a bummer with no ducats. Honeys want money exposed like their tummy is. The one time you could just sit right there. No school then I go to and skip, living without worries. Sunday to Monday we on gritty like how the original verse of this song be. Negatively NBC speak. It's alright though, no thing to make the flow clean. Surfs up, smash and break and throw things. Break night, it ain't like it's snowing, but get busy with WE.
I just look at it that we're giving kids as many opportunities to shine as possible.
What's your favorite part about band?
Steel drum band. Definitely.
How did you come up with the idea of steel band?
That derived from going to a concert at my alma mater, CMU, Central Michigan. They had a great percussion program there, and so I've never been exposed to steel drums at all. I never played a steel drum, hardly ever seen or heard them. I went to that concert about 23 years ago, and I saw a full steel band orchestra being played, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And so we raised some money, bought just a handful of drums, and 20 years later we've got a lot of drums.
I've been with the steel band for 3 years now. The reason I'm so sweaty right now is because we just got done with a gig. This is one of my favorite programs I've ever done or ever been part of because it's just such a high energy and everyone loves it, and you can just see the faces of people who are watching. They just get so smiley, and I don't know, I just love it.
Alright, we're here in Petoskey. This is going to be the first steel drum gig of the summer. This basically kicks off summer and the start of many steel drum gigs to come.
You're singing and then there's a bunch of little kids in front
just
like dancing around. I
Makes
guess
you
it
happy.
gives more meaning to what you're doing besides just playing music.
So we moved to Petoskey a couple years ago, and one of the big considerations with moving here was to see what there was in the community for my girls. We had, at the time, a 9th and a 10th grader moving with us. So relocating from Georgia up to northern Michigan was a big step. And the girls were involved in orchestra where they came from. So one of my first calls was to the band director. I spoke with Mr. Ryan, and it was not even a consideration. Yeah, sure, we'd love to have your girls. I think it's a really special program when you can take two girls who had no band experience whatsoever and give them a chance, which is, I think, one of the most beautiful things about the band program here is that everybody gets a chance. Everybody has an opportunity to fit in and a place to belong.
Marching band season is probably everyone's favorite out of the whole year of band. I mean, you go to band camp during the summer, we go to Ferris State University, and you spend the whole week, learning to march and learning your music, and then you finally get it down. It's just a place where, everyone just feels like they're part of something bigger than themselves, and they work so hard, and then they finally learn all their music, and you practice for weeks and weeks, and then you finally perform it at the competitions and at the football games. How has band helped you become who you are today?
It's kind of helped me develop a good work ethic. The snare line has created a sense of belonging and brings out the best in everyone who participates.
And it can be very individual. It's not like sports where the same 5 people are always playing. When you're in a competition, everybody's playing. And so that's another part of the program that I really like, is that everybody gets to shine.
So where are you headed to this morning?
I'm headed to the Memorial Day Parade. And we're all marching in it.
Being a drum major really helped push me out of my comfort zone and really made me feel like a better person.
Do you like marching band or concert band better?
Marching. I like marching better too. Because because like everyone gets closer together. Like that's when we all play our piccolos, and the piccolo just becomes like a family, and Mr. Wilson is like our father.
What's the best thing about your job?
My kids. My kids are the best thing about this job. I would not do it if it wasn't for the kids.
And yeah, it's just like an awesome bond together. You have to support each other because marching band is pretty much like playing a sport, and you have to put a lot of effort into it with your practicing and your marching and everything that goes into it, and it's more than you probably see on the surface. Yeah.
How has the Petoskey Band Program impacted the community?
It is definitely a point of pride for the community. I think all of the other schools in northern Michigan look to Petoskey as the premier band. I mean, that's evident at our exhibition in Traverse City. All of the other schools, if you're sitting in the bandstands, they just can't wait to see Petoskey's band come out because it's always the best show, and even though we don't host it, we're the last band to perform. So I just think all the other schools, the community members, they just look at the band as it's the premier band in the area. And we have so many breakoffs from the band itself. I mean, that's not just the marching band. We have the steel drum band, which seems like not only do they entertain all through the summer, everybody, but they also, every small city within Petoskey's area uses the Petoskey Steel Drum Band to welcome in their holiday season. So that says a lot for the program. And the jazz band is getting their own following, having their own events. So it's definitely a big point of pride.
It's not like this everywhere you go.
I think the community expects excellence from us, and the community is proud of the type of performances that we put out.
Why do you think the Petoskey Bands is so supported throughout the community?
I think that just goes back to decades, really, long before I was even here.
I think there's a tradition of excellence and a tradition of a high level of performance.
This band program has meant a lot to a lot of people for a long time.
What we've done is try to take the success that our predecessors had and built upon it.
I think the community supports the band because about 25% of the high school is involved in band. It has touched so many people in this community.
So, tonight's the swing concert, and we've worked really hard for the past few days. Is when we got the music the past few days. Just kidding, we've been working on this for like 2 months, and we are really excited.
Being a school board member, I have attended probably 13 graduations and from the Petoskey High School, and so there's always speakers that come, they give speeches, not only, student speakers, but guest speakers, whoever the class decides to invite in. Overwhelmingly, during these speeches, the people talk about the band and how much character is built in them, and how maybe going through the practices and going through band season, they might not be able to see it, but later on they see what a positive influence band has made on them. And I just think it's really neat that I can see it over the years that is the one consistent comment that I hear at speeches during graduation. So again, that says a lot for our band program.
Sometimes it's really, really stressful. Sometimes it's really, really frustrating. But most of the time, we're marching in Disney World, or we're at a steel drum gig at some cool place, and seeing smiles on people's faces. Or by the time you get to the concert, things are really clicking. Or after a long summer and a long fall of a lot of hard work and a lot of extra time, that judge or the announcer guy will say, in first place, Petoskey.
Every year the seniors do usually it's like a unique percussion ensemble, and we really only worked on it for like 2 weeks. We didn't meet very often. often, and we kind of had to like create it ourselves. That was kind of what I liked about it. I mean, Mr. Bennett came in later and kind of changed a lot of things, but it was really sort of created by us, just the seniors. And it was different than any other thing I've done, just because it was just kind of whatever we wanted it to be, and that's why it was pretty great.
So we've been practicing Portico since January, so for about 4 months.
There's about 8 of us that play it, and we came in early a lot to practice it because it was a hard song to play.
And it eventually paid off when we went to the solo ensemble competition, where we received a 1 for our exemplary music.
That was a perfect score. And we played it again in our spring concert, but we had a long break in between our practice, so we only had about a week to practice before.
So I play bass guitar in the steel band. I also play tuba in the marching band. I also play guitar, piano, drum set, and among other instruments. I'm also really good at the kazoo. I'm in 3 other bands outside of them with my friend. So I love the band teachers because they have high expectations for me, which gives me high expectations for my life, which makes me do great things.
I think the biggest reason that I became a band director is because I wanted to help kids. And I say kids, I mean I work with all the way up to 18-year-olds, which are adults. But I knew that that was going to be important to me, and I knew music was important to me, and I thought the best way that I could help kids and still be around music was to be a band director.
So where are you headed tonight?
So tonight is Band Aid.
I am at Band Aid right now.
And it's the 6th, 7th, 8th grade steel band. And then it's also the high school steel bands, and then the high school jazz band. We're all performing tonight, and it's a fundraiser.
Hey yo, Street, the Country Boys is back. It's 6 o'clock, it's time to have a good day.
I got up this morning and I said I'm gonna do something for the United Streets of America. So I got Nappy Roots in here, I got Big Al 360 in here. This is Greg Street certified. And today, yeah, you're gonna see another street boy playing piano.
Or if you're lucky, it was jazz band time of year. The best thing about my job, I guess that at the end of the day, we're making music.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a darkness upon me that's flooded light. In the fine print they tell me what's wrong and what's right. And it comes in black and it comes in white.